You've been taught that power lies outside of you. That is, it's in institutions, leadership, and men. And now you're trying to build a life, a business, a sense of self. But something feels off because no matter how much you achieve, you still feel like you're negotiating your own authority. Women who are self aware, emotionally intelligent, capable, find themselves over explaining, over accommodating, and quietly organizing their lives around other people's comfort. It's not because they're weak, it's because they were trained to do that, to read the room, to anticipate needs, to maintain harmony, even at their own expense. When you're building something, a business, a voice, a body of work, that conditioning is a bottleneck. I see this pattern consistently. Women who are clear, perceptive, and deeply intuitive, but when it comes to moves, to make decisions, they lead with hesitation. It's not because they don't know what to do. It's because somewhere in the background, they're still factoring in everybody else. And I've lived this too. You can be fully aware of the pattern and still feel the pull to negotiate your own power. So let's name this. Let's name what's actually happening. We're living inside of a distorted power structure, a structure that quietly positions men as the default authority, as the center point, and over time, everything is organized around that assumption. Leadership, decision making, value. So even when you don't consciously agree with it, your nervous system still orients around it. You second guess, you soften your stance, you wait for validation. That's never designed to come. And now that structure is destabilizing. And that is what you're now seeing socially, culturally, relationally. It's a reaction to the destabilization. It's not clarity. It's not leadership. It's a reaction. Is it okay if I tell you the trap that women fall into? Here's the part that no one is clearly saying. If you keep organizing your life around reacting to the system, you're still inside of it. Whether you're seeking approval or resisting it, it still reference the point. And that is where a lot of women get stuck. They see imbalance, they feel the frustration, and then they try to solve it externally. Blame, correction, waiting for systems to shift, but none of that actually returns your power. Because your power was never meant to be negotiated there. The real shift is internal. It's structural. Decentering men is not about rejection. It is not even about punishment. It's about removing them as the access of your decision making. So when you're building your business, you're not asking, how will this be received? Will this be accepted? Will this make people comfortable? You're asking instead, is this true? Is this aligned? Does this move me forward? That's it. Because when you center yourself, your values, your direction, your internal authority, decisions get faster, less negotiated. And that is where momentum comes from. So let's bring this into a real founder decision. You're creating an offer instead of, will people like this? Is this too much? Is this the right price? You start with, what do I actually stand behind? What problem do I know how to solve? What feels complete enough to move? You're showing up online. Instead of filtering through that voice, you speak directly, not aggressively, not performatively, but clearly. And yes, that will unsettle people who are used to you making adjustments. That's not a problem. Okay. That is a recalibration because leadership is not about maintaining comfort. It's about holding direction. If this feels uncomfortable, that's expected. You're not just changing actions, you're changing orientation, and that takes repetition. And this is the precise reason why I've joined a community of like minded women where we share effective and actionable steps to build profitable businesses on our terms. Now, there's another layer to this. Women have been impacted by these systems for generations, which means we don't just experience external suppression, we internalize it. We compete, we compare, we align with power instead of truth. Part of decentering others is also clearing up how you relate to yourself and other women. No blame, no moral superiority. It's just awareness. Because if we don't address that, we'll just recreate the same dynamics in a different form. So here's the decision in front of you. Can you keep building your life and your business in response to a system that was never designed for you? Or can you step out of that orientation completely and start making decisions from your own center? Not perfectly, not all at one time, but consistently. Because clarity comes from thinking longer. It comes from deciding. And the more you decide from your own authority, the less you need permission to move. If this shifted how you're thinking about power and decision making, I've shared a link to join a free community if overthinking has actually been blocking your momentum. It'll help you move faster without forcing yourself. I look forward to seeing you over there. Bye for now.